Tech Vibes presents another best gaming monitor, which is the MSI MAG274QRF QD. We will compare it against similar and newer gaming displays in terms of image quality, performance, design, and value for the price. If you want more information and updated pricing on the product mentioned, be sure to check the links in the description down below. Okay, so let's get to the video. Image quality. One of the main assets of the MSI MAG274QRF QD monitor is definitely its wide 97% DCI-P3 and 99% Adobe RGB color gamut. This makes for incredibly vibrant colors, especially when it comes to blue, cyan, and green shades. With the V016 firmware, you also have access to sRGB, DCI-P3, Display P3, and Adobe RGB, User, Default, color presets, allowing you to enjoy different content the way the creators intended. The accuracy of these modes will vary across different units of monitors, but they efficiently clamp the gamut to get rid of oversaturation. You can adjust brightness and RGB channels in these modes, but not contrast settings. While HDR, high dynamic range, is supported, the monitor lacks a high enough brightness and contrast ratio for the true HDR viewing experience. It can accept the HDR10 signal, and some HDR scenes will look better, but you'll mostly prefer to have it disabled. The monitor has a decent peak brightness of 300 nits and a static contrast ratio of 1000 by 1, which is expected from an IPS panel monitor at this price range. Dithered 10-bit color depth, 8-bit plus 2-bit FRC, is supported for 1.07 billion colors, while the 178 degrees wide viewing angles ensure flawless image quality regardless of the angle you're looking at the screen. Due to the monitor's wide color gamut, if you have a colorimeter, you can use the MSI MAG274QRF QD for professional color critical work once properly profiled and calibrated. The 2560 by 1440 Quad HD resolution hits the pixel density sweet spot when displayed on the 27-inch sized screen of the monitor. With roughly 108 ppi, pixels per inch, you get sharp text and details as well as plenty of screen space without any scaling necessary. Performance. The MSI MAG274QRF QD has 3 response time overdrive modes: normal, fast, and fastest. We recommend using the fast mode as it effectively eliminates ghosting at high refresh rates without adding any overshoot. At lower refresh rates, some inverse ghosting might creep in, but it's not particularly noticeable. If it bothers you, you can dial back the overdrive to normal, but it's not necessary in most cases. There's also a backlight strobing technology called anti-motion blur, which can further decrease perceived motion blur by rapidly turning the backlight on and off. This notably improves motion clarity, but it introduces flickering, invisible to the human eye, but can bother those sensitive to flicker, and decreases the monitor's brightness while active. Additionally, you can't use it at the same time as VRR, variable refresh rate. The MSI MAG274QRF QD display supports adaptive sync with both AMD's FreeSync Premium and NVIDIA's G-Sync compatible certifications, ensuring smooth VRR performance with the compatible graphics cards. G-Sync compatible only works over DisplayPort, while FreeSync is supported over both DP and HDMI. The supported VRR range is 48 to 165 Hz over DP and 48 to 144 Hz over HDMI at 1440p. Below 48 FPS, LFC, low framerate compensation, takes over and multiplies the frame rate in order to keep tearing at bay. Input lag amounts to only approximately 4 milliseconds, which makes for imperceptible delay between your actions and the result on the screen. The backlight of the monitor is flicker-free, unless MBR is enabled, and there's an integrated low blue light filter, EyeSaver. Features. The OSD, on-screen display, menu is controllable via the directional joystick placed at the back of the monitor. Alternatively, you can use the Gaming OSD 2.0 desktop application, and make your adjustments there. Noteworthy gaming features include night vision, improves visibility in darker scenes, various pre-calibrated picture presets, FPS, RTS, RPG, racing, etc., custom crosshair overlays, a refresh rate tracker, and on-screen timers. Other adjustments include the standard brightness, contrast, color temperature, and other tools, but you won't find any gamma or hue, saturation settings. At the rear of the monitor, there's an RGB LED strip, which you can synchronize with other MSI Mystic Light RGB compatible peripherals. Design and connectivity. The stand of the monitor is sturdy and offers decent ergonomics with up to 100 mm height adjustment, 90 degrees pivot, plus or minus 75 degrees swivel, minus 5 degrees, 20 degrees tilt, and 100 by 100 mm VESA mount compatibility. The screen has a 3-side borderless design while the screen is coated with a matte anti-glare finish that eliminates reflections. Connectivity options include DisplayPort 1.2a, 2 HDMI 2.0b ports, a dual USB 2.0 hub, a headphones jack, and a USB-C port with DP 1.2 alternate mode and 15W power delivery. Due to the DP 1.2 bandwidth limitations, you can only use 10-bit color depth at up to 120 Hz, or at 165 Hz with chroma subsampling. Alternatively, you can drop the color depth to 8-bit and run the monitor at its maximum 165 Hz refresh rate without chroma subsampling. Note that HDMI can accept a 4K signal and downscale it to 1440p, allowing you to enjoy crisp image quality on your PS5 instead of having to resort to 1080p. Our decision, all in all, the MSI MAG274QRF QD is one of the best 1440p 165Hz 1ms IPS gaming monitors for the money. Props to MSI for finally adding ANS RGB and DCI-P3 gamut clamp. We hope that they'll do the same for some of their other monitors and that all new MSI wide gamut monitors will have this feature out of the box.
Thanks for watching the video. If you find this video helpful, please help out the channel by giving this video a like or subscribe the channel and tell us which product caught your eye in the comments below.